going to show you how to make a cheese sauce. The posh people call it a roux, but I call it sauce.
That sounds complicated.
No, so simple. All you need is a little bit of butter, as much as you can afford to use, a little bit of flour, like a tablespoonful of flour, and you mix it together so it melts, and then you just add your milk and keep stirring, stirring, stirring. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then add your cheese. So I'm not really counting the amount of butter.
So that's 2 dollops then?
2 dollops,
okay.
Because fat is your friend. So we're waiting for that to just melt, and I've got it on a number 3 so it doesn't burn. We don't want it to have a burnt look to it.
So the butter is melting.
It smells lovely, doesn't it? What with all that going on in the oven.
So what's that you got there?
That's cornflour, but one could use any sort of flour. I'm going to take it off the heat because it will go lumpy, and we just add that like that. And the trick is to keep stirring. I've taken it off the heat because there's a lot of heat in that liquid, and it's dissolving the cornflour.
Vigorous mixing.
Yeah. And there really is no measurement. You can tell that it's really absorbing the flour.
Well, you can tell, but if you're not a cook like me, how do I tell?
You would learn
I've
very
learned.
quickly. I'm just going to add some milk, and just to be more specific, I'll put half a... You can always add more.
So how much are you adding?
I've added 1/4 pint.
1/4 pint.
Yeah, but you can always add more if it's too thick, or if it's too thin,
You're stuck.
you're stuck. So we just keep stirring. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to get a teaspoon. I always add a little bit of mustard, but it's optional. It just gives it a little bit of a punch.
Like a teaspoon of mustard?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm just going to get a teaspoon. You must keep stirring. Just the flavour. Put that in there, sorry. Don't waste anything. There we go. Stirring. And it's nice to stop sometimes. You know, cooking is very therapeutic. Just put the heat up a little bit. Just keep stirring because we don't want any lumps.
You don't want it to boil.
We don't want it to boil, we want it to just simmer. And you'll feel it with the spoon that it's thickening. Just think all those cares, stir them away.
So you think we'll feel that thicken?
You will. You will. You try, and then in a few moments you'll feel it. This is where it's good. That's the cauliflower. Yeah. You feel it's smooth, isn't it? It's a bit
It's
like,
smooth. It's certainly smooth.
like
Doesn't
custard, isn't it?
Hmm.
Not that we eat
Not quite as
custard
thick
very
as
much,
custard.
but it will
But
be.
it's thickening up with.
Yeah.
That's the cornflower.
It's a lovely colour, isn't it? It's a buttery colour. It's all, I think we eat with our eyes, don't we? So cheese.
Again, you're wearing that accurately.
That's it.
Just chuck it in, right?
And it's the best way. It's from the heart. Yeah. From the heart.
That's it. It's a lot thicker now.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
And when it cools, it gets thicker. So we don't want it too runny. And I think about the bubble. Oh, magic.
So as you put that in, that just feels soft.
Yes.
You know, so
You
you
have a
know
little,
it's done.
you can see?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
difficult to... Yes, you can just
Yeah.
feel... Yes, okay.
That's
That's something you just have to learn, I
Yeah.
guess.
I think the more you use it, it's much better than potato because it absorbs the water more.
Mm.
You know, potato's quite a solid vegetable.
Okay.
So have a feel of that. Is that nice and...
That's much more
Yeah.
thick than it was, wasn't it?
So all we've done is butter, a couple of knobs of butter, a little corn flour, ordinary flour, stirred, not shaken, stirred,
Not boiled.
not boiled. That's it. So that's done. It started to bubble, yeah?
Right.
Started to bubble. So we take that off, we turn everything off here. And I did some cauliflower. I boiled some cauliflower earlier. Can you eat that?
This is just boiled cauliflower.
Boiled cauliflower.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
And all we do to make the cauliflower cheese is to pour that over the top. So boiled cauliflower, you can boil it earlier. You don't have to do it when you come in from work or when you come in from school with your children. You could prepare that even the night before, you know, while you're cooking something else and waiting for something to boil.
Well, I love the smell as you're making it because that's something you can't really feel, but it's a great smell. Mm.
I'm going to put the cauliflower cheese in now, as you can see the end product. I'm going to put that in, top
It's
up,
going
and
to top
it
up.
won't take very long at all.